there's never been like a seamless transition into
strapping.
Yeah. Because you've definitely put a lot of barriers.
Yeah, I wonder why,
in
Mari.
the way.
The box to the bag.
Look, that's
so
the
funny.
map. Dora the Explorer map.
I want to ask.
Where's the strap on? When we went out,
Yeah,
everybody wanted to fuck Mari.
that's not true.
It's
Tell
so
me
true.
everything.
We had a little pregame at my place, and there was like 8 to 9 queer women, femme, non-binary people.
your demographic.
Yes, and like 7 out of the 9. Well, there was me,
No,
and then Mari's dyke-alike roommate, who was literally a carbon copy of Mari. I cannot
Also,
even begin
platinum?
to describe platinum.
No.
I did dye
like-
their hair because like
Like
we're like freaks. I think
crazy the
yeah.
similarities.
People think we're the same person in the building, so it's like
Oh,
they're moving out. So my
Yeah,
life
that's
is-
sad. It's honestly sad just for the bit.
Yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
guys look so.
It's fun to
similar.
show
Like a
up and
duo.
people be like, "What's wrong?" with you guys?" Like this feels somehow
They're like
like
come in packs.
discriminatory, like eugenics.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
eugenics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when I hang out with Rachel Olshan. It's like we just look.
You
we
look-
we wear the backwards hats and we just look like little short Jew man.
We look a lot.
We
when
used
we're
to look more alike.
right when you had,
And
shorter
I had
hair.
shorter hair, and we both had brown hair, and now we've diverged.
I mean,
but I used to have
Jewish
your hair. You know
lesbians.
that. I used to have the platinum, and I could not keep it up. It was too much
I know. I
work.
think I'm growing it out.
Yeah, it's rough.
How's the texture?
Not bad.
Great.
Yeah, because I use this stuff that a girl at Sally Beauty told me to use, and I
Sally.
trust her with my life.
The
And it's
beauty
this like
professionals.
keratin spray, and it keeps it really like soft and like not like straw. You know, it's nice. But I think I want to grow it out a little bit, and I don't know. It's fun once you cut your hair. It's like as a mask, like it's like anything's possible.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell me more.
Well, it took me so long to like actually cut my hair.
Yeah.
And like, and then it's so funny because I feel like this with every mask. It's like it starts to get shorter and it starts to get shorter.
Yes, you work your way
And,
up, and
yeah.
then you're like, why did I ever leave it that long?
Like, literally,
you
there's-
leave it in like the awkward stages for way too long because you're scared to cut it really short.
Yes.
But it looks the best when it's really short and when you
Yes.
have the fade.
But none of us can like commit to the chop like
It's
from
hard,
like
yeah.
long to it. So it's just like a process. And like if you are looking from the outside, you're like, oh, I know where this is going.
yeah.
You know, and but like when I did, it was too short, and it was like because they like did it like all the way in the back, and then I learned I like to have more hair in the back because it makes me feel like less like, and this is just me, but like less like a man. Like
Yeah.
for me, when the back is shaved, I don't like the way it feels.
You get like stirred more.
And I just feel cold. Also, my head is cold and I had to wear. But then it starts. I didn't do it because I was like this femme actor person in LA, and you had to get new headshots every time that you cut your hair. And so, cut your hair, dyed your hair, anything. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And I thought that it was gonna like pigeonhole me if I cut my hair, and then I realized
No, you get more roles.
I'm
more
like
auditions.
I'm
You were like already there.
pigeonholing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
my headshots are still my short hair, but I'm not gonna change them.
honestly, mine
I don't care.
mine are bad. Like, I mean, no, not bad. I love the person who took my hair, headshots, but no, they're just like, I think headshots are a scam in general.
Yeah.
Because
my
like,
headshots aren't. I didn't
Yes.
take them. They're from like a comedy festival.
like
There
oh
were
yeah,
like
those are good
official
though.
headshots.
I've seen your.
I didn't pay anyone to do them.
See, I stopped
Like-
paying people to do them because
need it.
I was like, you can just look at my face. Like, I hate it. I hate how it's like, well, they have to be like this angle and paying $1,500 for them.
Also, I've never
It's
booked a
insane.
single thing, so that could be why. Welcome to Yenta, everybody. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about headshots, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have returning Yenta, famous Yenta, hot Yenta. Everybody give it up for Mari Taren.
Thank you
We're
for
so
having me
excited to
back.
have you here. And listeners, you already know this, but if you want more hot goss, even hotter than us, impossible, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Yenta. And when I mean hotter than us, I mean hotter gossip than we are hot visually.
Yes. Gossip
Rolls off the tongue.
That's actually the tagline.
There's a Patreon episode that I just put up with Eli about why America has become sexless.
Oh my God. I haven't even watched that yet.
I know.
Do you mean
I'm excited to watch this.
Like not having sex or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
People have become, the Gen Z kids are having less sex than they used to, which I was
not having
shocked
sex.
by.
You weren't having
Well,
sex.
I would fit in so well. Like I didn't have sex until I was 21. And that was like both with a guy and with a girl. And with the guy, it became like, okay, so we're doing this because now I'm 21 and I feel like I have to do it. And I like was like, you friend and guy who's friend, will you help me out? And then he was like, I do think that I can.
How was it?
That's a hot scenario.
Well, like I just remember.
Yeah.
I
All my
remember being
lesbian
like,
friends wants to test me.
like, yeah. And I just remember going into the 7-Eleven and like getting the condoms and like being like, okay, let's.
That's so mask of you to buy the condoms.
I didn't
for
buy
him?
them.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I still think I would be bad at that if I had to, like, if lesbians had to buy condoms.
Yeah.
I would be so bad at going in and getting them. Like, you should see me in a sex shop.
You're not buying dental dams every week, Mari. How do you keep yourself safe?
I hate, like, I am so sex positive and I love, like, you know, everybody being able to do whatever they want kind of thing. But if I'm 34 years old, you put me in a sex shop and it's like, I don't know, a flip switches and I am just like giggling.
You're like prude.
Like
Okay.
I'm prude.
Yeah.
And but it's like somebody who's trying so hard not to be that you are
Trying to play it cool.
so awkward and being like, oh yeah. What does this one do? And like the people
You're like
who
a little
work there
teenage boy.
are like the greatest. Everybody who works at sex shop is like some of the greatest people I've ever met. They're so able to be like, so, you know, like straight faced, everything mature, like when you stick this in your butthole, if you really like, you know, and then just straight up like, and I'm like, okay. Yeah.
What's your favorite sex toy?
Great question.
Good question.
Then we''s ask you.
Yeah. Oh, I have my
Mom,
answer.
stop listening.
No, listen.
I guess we did have my parents at our show.
I love your parents.
And they're
so funny.
Used to it.
Yeah.
Favorite sex toy. Wow. I mean, are there that many like that? Like there. Okay. I did
To
just
answer your
explain
question,
Definitely.
how I am in a sex shop. So I guess I think I black out when I walk in.
To you, it's just like outies and innies.
Like I'm just like,
That's funny. That's a Severance reference.
oh, I haven't
Listeners.
seen.
Great show.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great
Did
show.
you see
Great
the latest
joke.
episode? Great
No.
Okay.
No, don't talk.
I trust you that it was a good joke.
Yeah.
The best, like
Great joke. And that's how you know it was a great joke.
when you
gotta tell yourself.
I think that like it's like I like to say it's like not the main course usually.
Yeah.
With like
The sex toy.
Like I also think that it's kind of a like depends on the day kind of thing where I also have never been in a situation where like the first time I'm hooking up with somebody that we
Toy
use
it up.
one.
Yeah.
Not that I'm against anything, but it is just kind of, so if anything, I
a
would
lot
say
of lesbians have that rule actually.
I don't have
Or
a rule.
guideline.
Interesting.
I
Like-
would say like no toys the first time.
I mean,
I have no. I've because I've tried to like whip out a toy and they're like not the first time. A
interesting.
few people have said that to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see. I'm not a like no. I just like it. Like I've never like first time hooked up and been like, so I'm gonna strap you now. Like it feels more intimate and it feels more vulnerable. And I think that like even for me, if I'm putting on, Mom, I do really need you to stop watching right now.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's your final warning.
Her name is Debbie.
Carolyn.
Yeah, Carolyn. Same name.
Almost Debbie.
But like even honestly, I would say. To me, it feels more vulnerable wearing it because I'm like always like, oh God, don't look at me. Like this is like, because mine is kept. It's a journey. It's in the closet, in a bag, in a box.
Yeah.
As if.
Don't put it so deep.
Like it's so far away.
No one should be able to get it.
Like you need a map to find
like
it.
one of those Da Vinci Code codex.
Yeah.
A bunch of clues. It's like an escape room thing. But find the strap on.
National treasure. Like it really is.
Invisible map on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
To find Mari's bag of dicks. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's
and
so
so
funny.
then it's like, oh, like first off, why haven't I at this age and being out for so long put it in my bedside table?
I know.
That's
where I put mine.
Right. No, in my bedside table are my diaries from like the past like 5 to 10 years. And like
you need those easily accessible.
Yeah.
And
when
like
you're making love.
Yeah.
1 second, let me whip out my entry from 2013. This feels similar to that time.
Like, why is that in there? Oh, I do have a story. Okay. Just too many things about my parents. I don't know why it's popping in my head. It feels some weird Oedipus complex, but we'll get back to that.
Great.
Anyways, I do find it to be like, oh, okay, I'll get it. I have to go traverse Everest to go find the straps. And then once I do, and it's like, do you turn the light on? Yeah. And it's like, and then are you putting it on in front of it? Like, are you like, I feel like it's not like a seamless.
Do you have the shorts? Do you have the harness?
I do have the shorts, but I don't like them. There's too much give. Like there's too much like it
not enough support there.
No, it just moves.
Yeah.
And like but it is like affirming. Like it feels like I don't feel super like comfortable just like full naked in like a leather like
harness.
Yeah. But I do have a like Velcro one that works and that's fine. But I just don't know, like there's never been like a seamless transition into strapping.
Yeah.
Because you've definitely put a lot of barriers.
Yeah, I wonder why,
in
Mari.
the way.
The box to the bag.
Look, that's so
the
funny.
map.
There's
Dora
nothing
the
to
Explorer
I want to know.
map.
I want to ask.
Where's the strap
I want to ask the
on?
public. I want to ask the public and say, like, is there like, are you putting it on in the bed? Is this a seamless transition?
Listener, write in.
Please.
How do you do the seamless transition?
How do you do it?
Is the light on?
Okay.
Like, and then do you because I feel like it's like I put it on or whatever, and then you walk out, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go get in this bed now. Like, and I'm like, please don't look at me, like, because it's just that's something I probably should get over, but
Who? You? No.
No, I am gonna keep
I
it.
think it's their problem.
Like, I don't know. I don't need to be like looked at like that. Like, because it's not like gender affirming to me to like have it on.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a fun kind of thing. And I would say that and like a vibrator are the only two things that I would have. Like, I guess other than what other toys would there be other than vibrators, straps, and like anal beads?
Well, even
something?
I have 3 types of double-sided straps.
The ones like this, or the ones that are just a line. The one like this.
Yeah.
What are all
That's
3
hard.
types?
I will tell you.
Thank you.
One is one that has a flick in.
Oh, motorized.
Yeah.
Ooh, amazing.
In the longer end.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
On the outside or the inside?
I'll show you after.
Not a rabbit.
Listener, I'm gonna put it on the
thanks.
Patreon. Not a rabbit.
The shaft itself
has a little
is flicking.
Yeah.
On
incredible.
the outside.
On the inside. It's like kind of like a full dick-like thing.
Can you
with
draw
a
it
hole
for me?
in the middle?
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm just gonna pull it up. I got it on Amazon.
See, I didn't realize that Amazon saves like your searches, and I share my Amazon with my
you have
parents.
to be careful about that. That happened to me once.
You
as
can
well.
clear it. Yes,
Yeah.
you
If
can.
you thought about that
I
before
know
sharing
that.
it with your parents.
That's
I've also
how my-
never gotten one on Amazon. Like I've only ever gotten anything from a sex shop.
Me too.
Yeah.
I am like, I need to hold it. I
Yeah.
need to feel the material.
Yeah.
And I also have really
The
bought
vibe.
into
You also
the,
need to vibe.
Exactly. And I need like a non-binary person with so many piercings to be incredibly mature
Well, you're like,
and educational.
Yeah.
that's the inside.
Wait, is that
That
extending
looks like one of
out
the things that you anchor into walls when you're going to hang
Okay, yeah, I
something.
see it.
Like when you're going to put
I
up a
love
frame.
this.
There's a video. Listener, I'm gonna put this on the Patreon.
That
Whatever.
music.
This
Okay.
video is incredible.
This
You see it now. You see it.
Okay.
Oh wait, so I
It's a-
have.
it's a
Okay,
clever
well, just to
design.
answer your original question, the thing that I found to be
That's all
the
you need
most
to know.
seamless is the double-sided strap.
Yes. Right, because it doesn't
Because
require a
It doesn't require like pulling everything on,
Yeah.
and like finagling with the strap, with the harness and whatever.
Yeah.
But that one is harder to like have a lot of more. You got to do Kegels.
Is it still playing?
Yeah. Well, what is that?
I think it's the outside.
Oh.
I think it's a truck.
Here's my pitch, which feels obvious from experience, that why do like your partner helps you put on the harness.
Oh.
And that's very sexy.
Could be sexy. Yeah, that's a good
I've
option.
never-
Especially if it's not like a put your leg through.
Because
but,
that's
like,
not, I think
you
that
can
would be
buckle
more
it.
difficult
That's-
if two people were trying to pull up.
The
Yeah.
shorts.
How many lesbians does it take to
Shorts.
pull on a strap?
Yeah.
It's like you're like fighting with the harness. That's hard.
That's one. Or you tell them to masturbate and look at you while you do it.
That I was gonna
That's-
recommend that as well. I would be like, touch yourself, and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch you as I do it. You can make
But
it
then
sexy.
I would just completely not be able to do anything. I feel like
You'd be
I
too
would
distracted.
I would be so
That's
distracted,
fair,
and I'd be
that's
like,
fair.
and then I'd trip, and then
Yeah.
you'd like go to put your foot into the strap, and then you'd fall, and it would just be
Wow.
really-
Well,
Listener, write in.
right in, listener.
Let us know.
And now that we've covered the queer part of the podcast, let's cover the Jewish part of the podcast.
Yeah, what is the Jewish part of the podcast?
What do you think about synagogue?
Well, what I
For
want to
all of
know.
our Jewish listeners.
Good question.
I want to know. My grandma always called it shul.
Shul. I
Yeah.
call it shul as well, but I've recently been told I'm very Ashken normative, and shul is a big Ashken normative
That is a
thing.
amazing
Term.
term.
Yeah, Antonia made it up.
No.
No, she didn't.
But
But the first time I heard it
a
is through
lot
Antonia.
of people told it to me on
Ashken
TikTok.
I
normative.
told you were Ashken normative.
Yes. Yes.
What does that even mean?
And you know what? They were kind of right.
What did you?
What does it even mean?
I was just making a joke about how all Jews have GI problems.
Right.
And they were like,
I do.
that's Ashken normative. And I was like,
It
that's-
is.
You know, you're right.
It is Ashken normative,
But
So I was
also
I was
true.
but also true.
and true.
Yeah.
True amongst Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, well, it's like kind of like fact. Well, like science backs that like more Ashkenazi Jews are lactose intolerant. Same in the Native
But
American
it doesn't have
culture.
the same ring to it or humor effect when you say Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah.
have GI. You know,
But Jews have tummy aches.
yeah,
And
good.
hot girls
Much
have
funnier.
tummy
And
aches.
hot girls and
Hot
hot
Jews
It's
blow
it's
up
a disaster.
the bathrooms. Just but I never. Oh, and people called it temple also.
Yeah,
And
Temple feels Christian to me.
Like it definitely feels like
It's
someone
like we're
not Jewish would call.
Yeah,
Yes.
it feels reformed
Yes.
to me, which is
Christian. And that is going to get so much hate on the internet.
You're going to love
Make
that.
sure to clip that.
Yeah, you
for
got
all
it.
of our Reformed Jews that have followed us now because of the coffee
Because
clip.
we were so inclusive.
So inclusive.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
That's funny. I do not go to synagogue.
Have you? When's the last one you've been to?
The last one I went to was after the. I was at my cousin had a bat mitzvah in last January, so I was like there. And
bat mitzvah is canonically the
was
worst
so
time
long.
to go to a synagogue.
Did she read from
it
the
was also
Torah?
conservative, and it was in Arizona, and I look like this.
Yeah.
But I wear a yarmulke.
And they were like,
whenever
he
I
counts
go.
in the
Do you
menu.
And I had to go up and like read a thing.
You said the blessing. I love that.
And it was like, so that was the last time. And then before that was when there was that shooting at the Tree of Life.
Yeah. You were at that shul?
It's such a perfect Jewish time to go to synagogue. There was a hate crime.
Yeah.
So I've got to go.
So the way
That's the only reason Jews are Jewish.
I did tee that
of
up.
the
There
hate
were
crime.
so many hate crimes.
There was a hate crime. We had to be Jewish.
There was a hate crime. We have to have Hanukkah. There was a hate crime. We have to have Passover.
I did tee that up and made it sound like I was there during that tragedy. Oh, there was the last time I was there. And then it was, so I went here to this very reform synagogue and just to like find community and stuff. And it was like 2018. And then it became like I left or whatever. And it became like when you go to a car dealership and they keep contacting you to be like, are you sure you don't want that Nissan? Like, are you sure? And I was getting emails and calls to like come back and all of those things. And
that's such a funny comparison.
And
a car dealership. You have to come back 15% off of your synagogue membership.
Hey, are you still interested in that synagogue membership?
Like, we've been trying to reach you about your synagogue membership.
Even if you already got a synagogue membership, we could offer you another one.
Yeah. At a discount.
I then had to like ghost the synagogue.
Yep.
Like,
I'm like so impressed though that a synagogue is following up like this because I have not encountered one.
It's
around here
really
that's like so welcoming.
Kol Ami.
Yeah, that's the gay one.
It was too gay for me, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Everywhere, flags, and I was like, I understand it's great for certain people, like, but I wasn't there for a queer experience. I was there for a Jewish experience, and now all of my Jewish experiences are queer Jewish experiences here because there's a community, a great community. But just at the time, it kind of like was like, we get it, you're gay.
Like dial up the homophobia
Like
a little.
Come on.
Come on. Maybe I shouldn't read from the Torah, right?
I mean, let's be honest. Have you read it? But no, it was, so that was the last time. Yeah. I don't go, I don't really like, I'm more culturally Jewish, and I mean, I would say only culturally Jewish. And so, but I do Shabbat. I do wear my necklace. That's how I always know someone's Jewish, because they get so close, and then just like,
touch you. Like,
your name's not Rachel though, and then they get like angry-ish and confused a little, and then I'm like, it was my grandmother's, and they're like, oh, okay,
Holocaust.
yeah, and they love to let me know. They love to let me know that like they speak Hebrew. Yeah, or, like they can read it, as if I'm gonna be like, just like take my shirt off and be like, take me now.
I want to know, like, I want to read someone's PhD on the etymology of Jewish necklaces, especially now after October 7th.
Yeah.
It has gotten even more complex, but there's like the name necklace, There's obviously the star necklace, Hamsa, sometimes Tree of Life. Sometimes it says something in Hebrew that's not your name.
Or just like the hay or like the
Chai.
Chai is a big one, yeah.
So now,
Hey.
now the map of Israel or Palestine
gosh.
on a necklace. I've seen from people on both sides.
I'm so bad at like seeing like countries and knowing what they are that I would like.
And
People
you
think
are like most people.
like
in
people
this
have thought
country.
that this was a dog. I get that people are like, oh, is it a dog? Like online, and I can kind of see that.
I see it.
Yeah, and
I
you
like
know, depending on who I'm talking to, sure,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, woof.
Also, so you were last on Yenta like a year ago. Is that
Was it?
right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, probably. I had a mop on my head. I'm so surprised nobody told me to cut my hair.
No, you know what it was? It was like you were in that
good.
phase where you were getting progressively shorter and shorter.
I hadn't gotten.
And you weren't ready to. You weren't ready
Yeah.
to get it. And I'm with. I feel it. And now I almost feel like I'm back in that stage because my hair grew out. And then I feel like it would look better if I just shaved the sides, but I don't
love
want
your
to.
hair. I think it looks
Yeah.
great. I think you have the best curls. I think you're just like
Okay.
so attractive.
Okay, keep
I'm
going.
jealous of it. I think also when you're in a relationship, which at
Mari,
that
stop
time,
flirting with me.
Dopplebangers.
No, we're not Dopplebangers
no.
anymore, sadly.
I think I wasn't trying to like try as hard to look like super hot, I guess. I don't know. I didn't matter as much. Now I get a haircut like every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know.
So give us some Yenta. Who are you dating? Or not dating? No.
Great Yenta.
Yeah, give us some Yenta. Who
Is that Yenta you want to give?
Sure. I mean,
did I cross a line?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask you. Did I cross her line?
Yeah.
no.
Oh wait.
Just
I love this awkward energy that I brought into the room.
I just leave.
Yeah, bye.
You broke, like, what was that one interview John Mayer did or something? He was like, I said I'm not talking about that, and then just left.
Do it.
I wouldn't have to commit to the bit.
That would make for great clips.
My ex and I, we did
just
used
yell,
to do that.
Mari, just yell something and then walk out.
We did that. My ex and I used to have kind of a bit like that where it'd be like, okay, leave. And like, fine, I'm leaving. And it would be joking. And then though we were both comedians, we would both like commit to the bit. And one time I really was like, oh, I don't think she's coming back. Like, but I was like, props.
Yeah.
Like,
I believe you.
like, okay. And then I was like, hey, no, come back. And that is what we're working on now. No, so I am on like a really nice solo journey here. Obviously, like I have just been really focusing on myself. Sounds so cliche. Focusing on myself for the past couple months and like learning to love who I am and feel more confident. And the best part is feeling like I don't need any external validation from anyone. And I'm trying to like keep that up so that it sticks, so that when I do get into something, it's because I want to and not because I need to. I don't want to stay in something just because I'm getting that like validation if it's not a relationship that is, you know, has the same wants and future that I do. And right now I'm just kind of like, there's a freeing feeling to not having to text anyone or not feeling like someone's emotions like you have to take care of, or like, you know, like I've you know, like talked to people and like been in things like in the past couple months, but like it does start to get like, once you start feeling stressed a little, I think I'm just like, I'm so chill being alone and focusing on my friendships, and like I'm in therapy and I have a new therapist, and like,
Ooh, I need a new therapist.
we've really just, well, I have one because insurance pays for it now.
Wow.
So I had
God
to get rid
bless.
of like my love, but it's like definitely helping to just get me to a place of like being okay alone, because I kind of realized like in the past, 10 years, like I've just kind of had a partner a lot of the time. And
really? In over 10 years?
Yeah, because I made this like 10-year LA post, and I was like looking through them, and I was like, oh, okay, we've had like 5 girlfriends, like, and like
5 girlfriends in 10 years feels reasonable.
Well, that means that
This
nothing.
could be.
Right? That
Okay,
doesn't
5
feel
like.
Does it feel unreasonable to you?
Well, it's like 5 official, like called you my girlfriends, told like somebody that I loved them.
Like 2 years each?
Like about like I can't get past a year and a half.
That makes sense. So a year and a half of girlfriend, half a
maybe
year
a couple
of
months.
dating,
Right.
a
And
year
then
and a half of girlfriend.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I think what I have learned now is like you have to get to know somebody, and like I think I'll just get out of things faster before like continuing in something, just because you're afraid of not having that. And
Can I say I hate saying this, but there is like something nice about the Orthodox dating that's like they start right up front with like, this is what I want. These are my values. This is what I want our kids to be like. And then like, and then if you don't agree, you just don't date.
I think that's why I like Hinge now too, because it says like if you want kids, it says if you're non-monogamous, and it says like what you're looking for, even though I feel
people
every
aren't honest on
lesbian,
that.
every queer person is like not fully truthful about that.
Yeah.
But
much like in the Orthodox world, like they probably don't know what they want.
Yeah.
yeah,
Lesbians probably.
the idea is nice.
Yes.
You know?
It's probably
Like-
the same for them. Everyone says they want something. Is it what they actually want?
Right. And when it comes to
Right.
kids, like at least for me, it's kind of like a very like
Kids, I think, is a pretty clear thing.
I see.
No?
For me, this is a thing like that's come up in like past relationships and stuff like that. I'm not 100% yes or 100% no, and I think that that's hard for somebody who is like 100% one of the other ways, because I'm like, I can see my life without it. I have a niece and a nephew who are great, and also if you guys want to buy Girl Scout cookies, my niece does
Plug it.
have a
Hustle.
troop.
Yeah, listeners.
Yeah, if you are looking for Girl Scout cookies, now they're online.
Yeah.
You can order online. She's based in Seattle. You can order. Do you know how many cookies I would have sold back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You were a Girl Scout?
I was a Girl Scout.
she
And you should have
was.
known that I was gay because I was like opted not to have the sash, and I went with the vest.
Hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Practical.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
Also, yeah.
like
fashion.
who would have known?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that like that one's a little hard, because it's like if it's like the right time, the right person, and I have money, like
Right.
essentially, I
But
think
it
I
sounds
would.
like so it'll depend more on what your partner wants, because you're
Right,
kind of
because
flexible.
I also don't want to carry, and I think that that's tough. I'm gonna be freezing my eggs this year,
Right.
which is
Cool.
also $1 million.
How much is a?
I mean, it's probably it's no less than 12,000. I haven't had the consult yet.
Have you seen the ads? Are you guys getting the ads on Instagram? Like, freeze your eggs for free.
No.
Well, yeah. So there
But
is
then you give your eggs
half.
to someone else.
yes. So
Like,
there is.
yeah.
I could freeze my eggs for free.
Wait, like, and then if you don't use them, you
No.
give them
No,
someone
you have
else?
to give half your eggs
No.
to a person for free.
So okay, I'll
But
tell
only if
you.
you
I
qualify.
Wild.
will.
Yeah.
First off, Jewish eggs.
Don't
they'll
count.
pay you more for.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but mine are a little too
Narc.
old.
Wait, why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's less of us. It's a hot commodity. It's like
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell my eggs.
It's a marketplace.
You're-
It's so
I have
dark.
great Jewish genes.
I know, but like I think like they
So
won't
much
take them.
You
Jewish.
might
Patty.
be too old.
Yeah, you're too old.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
no.
but
I'm
so
not
there's
that
these
old.
companies
You might
though.
be on the
I
edge.
just turned 30, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's like usually like I don't know. I'm 34 and I'm like this is like I have to do it now, but it'll take a lot of pressure off. I know, but
Yeah.
because I don't want to carry like it's a very like
You have it golden.
what?
You have it golden. You freeze your eggs. You get with a younger woman.
Right. That's what I said. I'm looking for a viable womb. That's so fucked up.
I hate that, Mari.
I know.
I hate it.
That's gonna make
so
your girlfriends
bro-y.
feel so good.
Yeah. we're broy, but we're not Joe Rogan broy on Yenta Pod.
She has to be great in other ways. She can't just be like,
Look,
a cattle farm. Now we're at Handmaid's Tale. Mari wants a handmaid.
I'm just saying there is a world where I'm like my friend is pregnant and she's like a small mask and she hates being pregnant. And it's actually really funny to witness. And it's like she kind of had the same viewpoint as me, which was like I guess if it's like this is the only option, my wife can't or won't or is unable or like. And it's like I get so there is a world.
So why did she get pregnant?
Because all of those things.
Because her wife couldn't.
Or
is she married?
She is. Yeah. Because just that's the way that kind of life was handed to them. I don't.
We don't have to talk about. Oh, okay, yeah.
But like, so there is a world but I would just have I feel like my gender confused. Like I am she, her, absolutely, like through and through. I get they'd constantly.
Short hair.
Short hair.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
But it is, I don't know. This is something I would like to hear other people's thoughts on. I don't want to be they'd.
Say it, girl.
Well, because
say it straight to the camera.
Well, you're misgendering me.
Yeah, that's messed up of you.
No, but I do
Stop
understand
assuming
what
that
you're
short-haired masks are them.
Well, what you're trying to do is be inclusive and stuff like that. And I totally understand. I totally get it. But I also, I feel she, her. And so I
what do you want people to do? Just ask you before they pronoun you.
Yeah, I guess just ask my name.
I kind of hate when people ask me.
No, you don't have
also.
to ask me.
There's no winning. I hate all of it.
Especially
there isn't winning.
When they
Sorry.
ask
I'm just like, assume that I'm a girl, okay?
Yes.
And
like,
then I'll.
What are they supposed to do?
No.
Like they can't assume that you're they. They can't assume that you're she because you look like a they.
Just
and
ask
a lot
my
of,
name. Probably.
But Mari,
But
I mean,
shit.
it could
you
go
could
a lot of
have,
ways.
yeah. There's no way to know.
That's my professional full name.
You
Marielle Claire, my first and middle name.
You got a lot of
You're Marie Claire.
Magazine. I created the magazine.
Wow.
And unfortunately, I can't afford to freeze my eggs with that money.
Okay, wait. So are you gonna? What's the free thing?
Marielle Claire is what my name is.
Good name.
And that's. Yeah.
Here's what I am advocating for with the pronoun thing is I think in the future in the sci-fi universe we could integrate pronouns into names. I feel like I've said this before.
Antonia
Shide.
Antonia Shide.
Hello, Antonia Shide.
Are you gonna hang out with Ray they she tonight?
Or if there's like just a way it ends, like in certain like feminine words and masculine
Republicans
words.
would love that. Let's just put pronouns in names. No more email signatures.
Like if it ends in X, like Ray X, that means
yes, exactly.
And then
Mari, yes.
Yeah, unless your name is.
There's only two genders, but put the pronouns in the names. That makes sense.
Do you think there's only two genders?
Well, according to the government.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I have actually I've been trying my hardest to like not be, I can't engage in it. Yeah. Like there's a point where I'm like, if there's a protest, if there's something that I can do to help. I
haven't even seen one fucking
There
protest.
was in DC. But I'll be involved in that. I'll get involved. But I can't watch Rachel Maddow anymore, which is like
it's too sad. But you love Rachel.
I love Rachel. I know, and my mother does.
We
too.
love Rachel,
and Rachel's back 5 days a week.
I
which
know.
Is like
for the first 100 days.
I know, which is a dream.
But
my mother.
She actually, I feel like,
gives my mom hope. Is what she says.
She's giving. Yes, she is. She's being optimistic in this dark time.
That's why my mom likes it. But I have to distance myself, or I'll get to like if I don't have control over situation. This is what I'm working on in other parts of my life, but like if I don't have control at all over the situation, it's gonna overwhelm me and it's just gonna make me feel helpless. And though I don't necessarily think it's the healthiest thing to just erase things from and pretend it's not happening, but I cannot engage.
Yeah.
And so like I've hidden like CNN and New York Times on my like
I get it.
shit. Like I just can't do it. And so then people will say things and I'll be like, what? Oh,
they
shit.
said there's only 2 genders? I had no idea.
They did that?
Oh, no.
Which way would you rather find out? Through like a friend on a podcast?
Yeah.
Or through a news website?
I know, but it's like, what is it? It's changed.
I'm in the same boat as you, Mari, and I feel like I keep getting in conversations with people where they're like, I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You
And
know,
I'm like,
that's
yes.
a real innie outie
You-
situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, we want to like turn off
I
our
think I need to
brain- or
watch
not
this
turn off,
show.
like separate our brains
Yeah.
from the news.
Yeah. Choosing
Or
what
not.
to engage with.
Yeah.
Well, are we
You
running
don't
out of
get
time?
it.
Yeah, we
You don't
are.
get
So
it.
we should talk about.
On that note, let's plug.
Yeah.
Let's plug. What
Yeah.
do we have to plug?
Oh, I just winked.
So
I love when you wink at me.
Sorry.
Mari. Do you wink at everyone or is it just me?
No.
you could do it to me. That was really good.
She's so good at. Doesn't
I
it
am
make
pretty
you
good at
feel
winking.
tingly?
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say 7 out of 9 people did not want to bang me at that party.
Mari, I'm hyping you up.
Okay.
And also, yeah, they did.
Lying.
No,
I bet they did.
wait.
I
Should we?
bet- I
I'll
bet-
name all 7
Yeah.
right
come
now.
on.
On this
There's
pod.
literally was
at least
one
3.
person.
One main one.
One main one.
Who made it clear? Who expressed it?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And we don't have to talk about it on the pod.
No.
Patreon. Maybe we'll do it on Patreon.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh,
what
right.
are we plugging?
So
Why are you here, Mari?
I'm here. My new show. Are we able to clip this and put it at the beginning?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because
No?
It won't make sense. Fine. We'll do it. I don't care.
I'll pay you.
Okay.
There you
Okay. Budget. Okay.
much?
Yeah. How much?
So I have a new show coming out. So I have a new show coming out. It's a digital series called Cheers Queers, and it's going to be premiering in March around March 5th. And it's essentially a Dear Abby, but like a queer Dear Abby, where queer people will write in about, love life questions, everything in between. And me and my co-host / sidekick, Maggie, who is my best friend and not in the industry, is not in, like, she is queer, but like, I don't know, manages to like stay out of drama and has like a
Such a
literal,
good sign.
like,
Yes.
doesn't have
Yes.
a mental illness, doesn't take antidepressants, like it's
Doesn't have
insane.
ADHD?
no.
Are you kidding me?
It's wild.
She's not gay.
impossible.
Came out late in life, is non-monogamous, and so we both bring kind of like angel devil, a little bit more of a like unstable, stable kind of thing. But every once in a while we do agree. But we will have like a celebrity guest on in between for each episode, and we have a drink with them. And so I imagine the end of the show will be more fun. But we answer questions written into us and have some fun segments in between to kind of get to know. It's a very chill kind of setting, but it's going to be high production quality, and I've got a great team with me. I've got a great director, Tara Perrian, our DP, Sarah Greenwald. Like, we've got, it's a queer run space, and the studio we're shooting at is also queer owned, queer run, and I'm super excited. Had to take a back seat because of the fires, but now we are going to be filming the next like 2 weeks, and it'll be like a in batches so that we can get people to submit and stuff.
And it's going to be
It's going to be on Patreon.
Yeah.
It's going to be full episodes on Patreon, and then
Patreon.com/cheers
Queers, yes. And it'll be on all social media, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and clips. And gonna try to get a good representation of people. It's gonna be comedy, for the most part, I hope.
Until someone starts crying.
Right, me probably. I'm gonna actually write in my own questions just to have. But at the end of the show, basically, our guest is going to ask us a question, and so I'm excited. It's something that I've been thinking and dreaming about for the past 4 years, and finally made it into a reality. And I'm really excited, and can't wait to finally get it out there, especially because I'm unemployed.
Yes.
And this is where all my energy has gone.
Flex.
I'm thrilled for you. I feel like this is
We
going to
can't wait to
go
be on it.
huge.
Second
Thank you
season.
so much for the offer.
Yes.
Thank you so much
that
for
means
asking
so,
us.
That means so much to us.
You guys would be
huge.
fun as a pair.
We are.
We would be.
We're a big hit on Jewish queer internet.
Big hit.
You are.
So that's so nice of you
Viral.
to ask us to be on your podcast.
Second
too.
season.
That's awesome.
Second season.
And even before we really take your show up a notch, before then, it
Right.
sounds great too.
Yeah.
And I think
everyone
the
who's
listeners are gonna
come,
love it.
everyone who's come on this show to promote something, they've blown up.
They've blown up.
They've blown up.
From this show or
From,
just
from this
this
show.
show.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they blow up more than we blow up.
It's odd. It's
But
'cause
we
we're
cause
selfless.
them to blow up.
That's funny. I want to get like a wide range of queer people on. So
yeah.
comedians, singers, like
Oh, fun.
activists and exes, you know.
Oh, hot.
We'll see.
Love those.
Okay,
Yeah.
plug you away. So at
So it'll be, so my Instagram is at Marielle_Taren, TikTok at mTaren. I probably should get those
You
linked
should,
up,
yeah.
but my full name is Marielle and I don't really go by that. I know.
Impossible.
Impossible. And then it's going to be called Cheers Queers. So it's going to be patreon.com/cheersqueers. And, I'm gonna be able to like give the names of the people who are gonna be on it, and if you want to ask them questions, I'm just so excited, and I hope people like it and resonate. And it feels like it's a little different from every other queer
well,
thing.
the thing is, all you have to do is put up 100 clips
Constantly,
constantly, and then you'll be great.
right, on everything. Just like it.
Just clip it.
I know.
And then you.
It's
you're
a
good.
lot.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of work. I'm glad I have
That's
an
how we
editor.
blew up.
That's how we blew up.
You guys don't
We're
post
huge.
enough clips.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we and we will post.
Maybe if you
We're
did,
working on it.
you'd be on-
And if we had $15,000,
well, I had to pitch it to
Or
an
if we
executive
had-
producer
or if we had any money at all.
That would be nice.
or friends.
We can get that money when you
Patreon.com.
subscribe our Patreon.
And
Patreon.com
and
slash
thank you
Yenta.
to all our patrons that are on the Patreon right now.
How many do you guys have?
We have a good amount.
Yeah.
We have some. We have an amount.
Quite
and
a few.
And I do message each person that
Individually?
I manage the Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, and that takes a ton of time because
It does, 'cause there's so many, but
because there's
So
of
many
them.
people.
There
Yeah.
and I do read every message and I talk to people on the Patreon all the time.
Do you?
I swear. I don't tell you.
I don't think I'm
Yeah.
prepared.
Sometimes I'll screenshot things and I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
I'm not
And that's nice.
prepared.
Yeah.
And I've been doing so much because Maggie is like completely, she's like a show up on the day kind of
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
And I'm doing like all of it. But like I don't know how much work like managing a Patreon and stuff is. I know my ex does it, but like I have no idea. I'll
Hey.
figure it out as I go.
Yeah.
You're unemployed?
You don't need
I know. I have all the time in the
so
world.
much time. Okay, speaking of time, we're out of time.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening. We love you so much. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Yenta for all the juicy gossip. I'm Antonia Lassar. That's Antonia Lastar on all social media.
I'm at Ray Schiller.
You can do it!
That's a fun ending.
Thanks.